What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're finally going to tackle this subframe replacement because I cracked the subframe on the FC350, so finally going to dive into ripping that thing off and putting on the new one. So without further adu, let's put this thing on. First off, you need to take off your side plate. So rip this thing off. There you go. Set that to the side for later. And you're going to need You're going to need an 8mm socket to take your seat off. Then you're going to push down on the seat, push it back. There you go. That comes out. Reinstall your bolts so you don't lose it, or actually it goes into your seat. So reinstall it into your seat so you don't lose that guy. Set your seat to the side. There. Same thing on this side, you're just going to pull this off like what's up here and like 3 grommets that it sits in. One thing to note about this side is you're going to have these little hooks on here that are going to be sitting in this one and this one, so you will need to kind of pull it down off of that or slide it forward, but it will come out, and then you have there's one that it sits in, and then the other one just snaps in of this little hook right here. So that little guy and that guy. There you go. All right, next you're gonna need a spring tool, something like this, and you're gonna remove this little spring right here because we need to take our exhaust off. Now I need to remove this 8mm, this 8mm, and you can slide it out of the header. Buckets. Then you need to remove your rear fender with a 6mm right here and on the other side, and then these 2 8mm. When you're removing this, you're going to have these little tabs that are going to sit inside of here through this hole. So you're going to need your screwdriver or something to kind of pry these out. Otherwise it's going to sit in this recess right here. You're not going to be able to get it out. So I just used a little tiny screwdriver and you can pull it out. Alright, to remove the bottom piece of your plate, there's just one 8mm, and it's going to sit right underneath this panel right here. So you take that out, then you're going to have to slide it. These grooves sit inside of here, so you're going to have to pull it back off the bike like this, and you're good to go. Next, I'm going to remove this bottom one, which is T45, and then you need to remove this one right here, which is the same thing, and then this little 8mm right there. So this is the 8mm I was telling you about, which will go in here. And then the little one, so you have a long one, short one. Short one goes right here, and the long one goes up here. And of course I lied to you, there's another one on the top. So on this side, you'll have to remove this one. So let's do that now. I think we should technically be able to separate the right side of the frame. Don't do that. That hurts. Oh. Okay, now we slide it back. Voila. I did it. So I had put JB weld on the top and then I started cracking through. And I couldn't see the bottom, but the bottom ended up being way worse. So good thing we got a new one, and we will install this so it doesn't look like this no more. So this piece right here is gonna go through that hole, and it's gonna connect up here at the top above the shock. Then everything else will just line up on the back. After you inspect your new one for cracks, make sure it's good from the factory. After that, put it in. Got everything lined up. This hole's lined up. Everything's snapped in behind this with the air box. This hole's lined up here, and that hole up there is good to go. Now we're gonna take all the bolts that we have and put them back in here. They actually supply you with this mount bolt and this one up here with Loctite already on it, so we'll just install the new ones. Just for reference again, it's a T45 Torx bit, and that's going to be for all the Torx bits, the 3 Torx bits that you're going to have to put on the frame. Just to go over this again, you're gonna have a bolt that's on the left-hand side, right here. That's gonna suck in this back piece. Then you're gonna have this 8mm down here that goes into your air box. Then you're gonna have this one that goes into the frame, and then you're gonna have one right here above the shock that goes into the frame again. And that's everything you need to mount the subframe, and then everything else will be like the exhaust and the fender and stuff. Like, subscribe, and thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.